second meeting or your third or your fourth. We love to see your faces, so I want to encourage everyone to turn on their cameras, but if you really don't want to, it's not going to be a prerequisite for today's meeting. Otherwise, I want to start by just saying welcome. Welcome to the ACA team. Welcome to the onboarding program. And want to first just start by recognizing a few of our team members that are here tonight. So we have in our presenters suite, I'll call them, we have Mohammed. Hopefully you guys all know Mohammed. Mohammed is our onboarding chair. He's the guy behind MyU. He's the one that has been hopefully helping some of you along the way, and he's been our person who's leading all of onboarding. So Mr. Mohammed can wave from his screen. I want to recognize Ms. Priona. She's our recruitment coordinator for all of our SAMA schools, and Ms. Wala, our HR director. They're also here tonight. So just to tell you, these are our kind of core groups here, and then this meeting is hosted by me, Dr. Claire, head of School of Hawali, and by Dr. Mary. Dr. Mary is the head of School of Salmiya, and I'm going to tag so I can see her, and she can wave also on the screen. We also are joined by a bunch of our principals and leadership, both principals and assistant principals I see here. I'm not going to introduce everybody here because there's a bunch of us here, but I will say that hopefully you know the school that you're teaching in. Hopefully you may know what principal you are assigned to, and as a result you can scroll through and see them, and you can always reach out over the chat to say hello. Otherwise, we highly encourage you to message them in MyU. I want to keep plugging MyU. MyU is the platform that we're all on, the platform that HR is on, and just really helps us kind of stay connected. So my MyU commercials will come in strong and hot tonight, but I promise to keep this moving. Our meeting today will be only an hour, and it's comprised of 2 sections. The first section is always our kind of content section. So we're going to first talk a little bit about the region itself and what's going on in the region, maybe the news, have any Q&A specifically about the conflict that's happening right now. I just want to make sure that all of you feel like we are an open book and ready to talk about it and discuss it. And if there's something, especially if there's something really on your mind, to know that you can have that conversation here, or you can have that conversation after the meeting, or you could always reach out to anyone who has been assigned to you on this team to give you some perspective from their role or their seat, whether it be a principal or an AP or HR. And then I also want to say our second half will be reserved only for HR. So please hold your HR questions until the last 30 minutes. And that's when you can ask specific questions about visas, about flights, about paperwork, about accredited documents, about any sort of kind of that HR process that you go through as a new hire. We have Ms. Wala and the whole HR team here to answer any of your questions. So 2 parts, first part content, second part HR Q&A. But otherwise, just want to say a huge warm welcome to everybody. We are kind of in that summer haze of summer vacation. So if I don't sound as, eloquent or understanding things, it's because I'm still in summer mode, but I promise to dial in tonight for the next hour. And yeah, we're really excited. It's July 15th, and that means we are 1 month out exactly from the first day of onboarding that happens on campus at ACA. So about 1 month left of this onboarding experience. So before we get to our PowerPoint that talks about kind of arrival information, packing information, some of those kind of last minute things to remember, I wanted to make sure that we reserved a little bit of time to talk about what's happening in the region and specifically what's happening in Kuwait. So to keep kind of catch everyone up to speed, we've talked and shared in these meetings that ACA in March of this past year started in the format of virtual school. So we had a completely traditional school year prior to that. We all went on what's called a liberation break or liberation holiday at the end of February. And then during that break is when the conflict arose. So we had staff outside the country, inside the country. We had staff kind of all over. And we started then in virtual learning, and we were in virtual learning from March all the way through May. In May, the Ministry of Education made a bunch of kind of updates to the situation and changed in-person regulations for certain grade levels, specifically those in high school and middle school, to ensure that they could come back to a physical environment. So some of our high schoolers did their final exams in person, but otherwise everyone completed the year online, staff included. And staff from March all the way through May, as they were teaching online, we had what's called a teach from where you're at model, which meant that some of them have been teaching from the US, the UK, Canada, South Africa, Australia. People were teaching from where they were. As of today, July 15th, we are returning fully in person to school in August. And as we so wonderfully saw this week, Alice and the flight team were able to book everyone's tickets to return back in person. The onboarding team that you see here will be there before. So we'll be there specifically led by Mr. Muhammad to set up everyone's apartments. There'll be groceries inside your apartment, get everything ready for the arrivals. And then August 13th and 14th are the dates that we have all of our new hires coming in through the airport. We'll meet you there right at baggage claim and kind of make sure that we walk you through every part of that process, pick you up, take you into housing, introduce you to your apartment. Our RAs, each of our housing buildings has what's called an RA or a resident assistant, and then you'll be able to connect with those people that you may live with. Otherwise, our local staff will be ready to join us with our overseas staff on Sunday, August 16th for our first day of onboarding on campus. So it's a really quick time. As you see, Kuwait has been in the news, and certainly we saw a huge kind of quiet period of the regional conflict that was happening. I never know what to call it. I'm going to call it the regional conflict, but I hope you don't feel like I'm saying that to avoid calling it something else. I'm not. I promise. But I'll say this. It felt like it got really quiet, and everything felt like it was on the decline, and we were ending things. And then it began to pick up again, probably in the last 2 weeks, as you may have seen from the news. I want to continue to say that what you're seeing in the news or what you see in the news doesn't happen specifically inside of Kuwait City or inside of places where the population is living. So I know that currently Dr. Mary, I'll put her on the spot, is currently in Kuwait in her office in Salmiya, and can maybe speak to a little bit about the life of it all. But when we think about life in Kuwait itself, things are still operating completely as normal. So there's no shelter in place, there's no pause of work, there's no kind of regulation or restriction on the public. There's no like restricting security measures, the malls, the movie theaters, everything is still operating as normal. Which I hope gives you this feeling that we wouldn't bring you into a situation that was like hostile or violent in front of you. It's happening certainly in the country of Kuwait and not specifically in the metropolitan area is how I would describe it. But I want to just put in the chat, is there anything that we can answer for you today? Anything that we could like you're like, Claire, I heard that. Claire, I saw that. Anything that you're like, I got to ask this question, because genuinely, I mean this. We are an open book, and I guarantee you that any question you have, me or people here from ACA's parents or friends or anyone has asked us directly. So it's not to shy away from anything, but please, if there's anything I can answer. Is it Camry? Am I saying your name right? Camry?
That's correct. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. My question is not necessarily about what's happening in Kuwait, but do you have any advice on navigating conversations with family and friends that seem to show a lot of concern about having someone they know traveling to Kuwait?
Mm-hmm. Oh, gosh. I feel like it's so contextual to your family, but I'll share my perspective, and then please, ACA, if you want to respond, just put your hand up, and I promise to shift over to that person. But I would say two things. One is what we see on the news and what we see happening in person are always two really different things. So I come from Minneapolis. I'm from Minnesota. Minnesota has been in the news all spring with, I think they've been in the news for the past couple of years with kind of the things that are happening, but ICE was so prominent and terrible in Minnesota, and it became, the news was showing it was like such a hostile environment, and it was. At the same time, life continued on as normal because that's how a lot of things continue in this normal and traditional sense. And so I would always say that what we see and what we experience are two different things. And then I also would say that ACA as a school and the people that work at ACA, the company that we are affiliated with, our leadership, would never place anybody in a dangerous or hostile environment. And I always think to myself, you know, when you go on this adventure or this experience in a different country, you are going to experience things that are outside of your norm, but never would, I think, I hope, never would a school place you in a dangerous situation. And so when I talked about the virtual learning model, which we did during COVID and we again did this spring, that was because the Ministry of Education allowed that model to happen, not because it was a safety concern. So we still had teachers teaching from school. We still had, I was in the office, everyone was in the office every day. There was no safety concern there. But the country of Kuwait, to me, is super conservative in keeping people safe. So I think they were super conservative during COVID and conservative now also. So I always think it's hard for people to trust what they don't experience. And it's important always to say that people are going through this experience. There's 75 of you here in this group tonight, which I think means 75 of us are understanding a very similar mantra. We might not be, you know, I don't know, the group that everyone follows, but there's this idea of there's safety in knowing where I'm going, which is ACA, knowing the people I'm going with, which is the people here tonight, but also having a lifeline. If you feel like there's something specific that a family member is concerned about, please, I think your principal or anybody would jump on that to answer directly. But family's hard. That's why I say it's really contextual, because, you know, that's got a mixed bag of all sorts of politics and ideas and age and context. Voila. Thank you. You have your hand up.
I was waiting my turn.
Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Just to add to what Claire has just said, my team and I have been in Kuwait all these months. I'm currently live from a coffee shop where it's actually busy, and we had to find like a little quiet corner. We went to the office this morning. We're here right now. We're going out after that for dinner. Traffic is awful outside. Life is quite normal. We have been traveling in and out of the country, no issues. People in my team have taken small vacations. I've taken a couple of days off. I've traveled, I've come back, have another trip, like short trip because of work, planned soon. So I'll be traveling, I'll be coming back. Things are quite normal here. That's it.
Ayoko?
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Right. Hi, Miss Claire and Miss Wella. Thank you very much. Along those same lines, my question is, since ACA and Kuwait as a whole has experienced this over the past few months, does ACA have, I guess for lack of a better word, an evacuation plan in place for those who are overseas? Because I believe from the previous meetings that I attended, some people did go back to their home countries, some people stayed. So I just wanted to have a better understanding if the situation were to escalate again after our arrival, what plans does ACA have in place if we have to stay put and cannot leave? And if we can leave, you know, what is the procedure or, you know, the protocol?
Yep. Okay, so ACA has always followed the ministry's guidelines of what it means to determine safe versus unsafe. And I think that's always important to note, because having gone through this with COVID and now this with teachers, I know that each of us have our own personal understandings of safety, but the school will always follow what the government says is safe and unsafe. And so this past spring, the embassies gave a caution to say, we will help you leave if you'd like to leave, but there was no mandate to leave. During COVID, for example, the embassy chartered planes out of Kuwait. I was on one of them and took us all out of the country in a evacuation. This spring, there was not a mandatory evacuation, and there was not a planned evacuation like there was in COVID. There was no paid planes that were leaving from the U.S. Embassy. It was the facilitation of departure. And there also was no shelter in place or no evacuation required out of Kuwait. So when we think about what happened this spring, there was no way in which ACA was going to enact an evacuation plan because it didn't align with what the ministry and governments were all saying. If there were to be something catastrophic happening in the fall, ACA and the Sama company that runs us is always committed to following the evacuation of the guidance of the Ministry of Interior or Security and the embassies that say this is in a mandated or mandatory evacuation. At the same time, as we remain in Kuwait and as things were happening, the thing I think that brings the most maybe comfort into the situation is that ACA has 9 staff buildings around Kuwait where only exclusively ACA staff live. So the really nice part about that was that each building in and of themselves has an RA or a leader that does kind of a safety plan for the building, has safety procedures very similar to like how there's fire drills in schools. We plan for emergencies. Housing has planned for how we, would respond to a situation. And even I think last spring we did housing events. We brought food and coffee. The leaders went to each housing building, answered questions. RAs did kind of social nights to get people at least out of their apartments and together. So there's elements I think that come from different directions. From the school level, I think we come from a level of care when it comes to non-evacuatory responses. From a government level, if there ever was a mandate, we would follow the government guidelines for sure. But I will say one more thing. The governments or the embassies, wherever your home embassy is, what was really fascinating this spring was to see different countries having different responses to the situation and different levels of financial giving towards the situation. So I don't know that I didn't know this. I guess I was really blind to this. Like in COVID, we were under a different presidential administration and they allotted different financial benefits to evacuatory things. So I just think it's interesting kind of where you live, how people respond to the same situation, if that makes sense. But Kuwait is singular and has one response, and their response has been, we are safe.
Thank you.
Of course. Anything else that we can answer about this? These are all great questions. Okay. I'm going to quickly go through this PowerPoint and then Mohammed will share this on MyU in case you miss anything from it. But it's really important for us to kind of just go through these last minute things that we want to make sure are on your radar, because with only a month left, you know that it's going to come so much sooner than you think. So we have this PowerPoint here that is preparing for your arrival. And the most important thing I want to say is that coming to Kuwait has to happen through the facilitation of HR, and that has to happen with the requirement of a bunch of key documents. So believe it or not, I think of all these 10 documents, I have seen new hires go to the airport and not have them. And I've seen new hires arrive in Kuwait and not have them. So please make sure that you make a mental checklist, and Mohammed will put this on MyU. You have a passport and you have copies of your passport. You have all of your authenticated documents with you in a folder. So those need to come with you physically to Kuwait. You have your entry visa. You have your medicals. Again, physical copies of these. You have your authenticated police clearance. For those coming with dependents, your marriage license and any dependents' birth certificates. And then those who have children who will enroll in ACA, prior school records, meaning their report cards is specifically what we're looking for, or a transcript if they're high school age. Know that it's always good when you leave the country. I think it's a little bit more flexible now, but to tell your bank that you're leaving so they don't block your card, maybe if they feel like it's a regular activity. And for your phone, to be aware that you want your mobile phone to work during your travels. Otherwise, you can always use the Wi-Fi in different places that you are, but it can be really difficult to not have your phone when you leave the country. So to have a mechanism there, knowing that when you arrive to baggage claim and meet the onboarding team, we have SIM cards for each of you. So phone access in Kuwait will be given to you the day that you arrive. But we have discovered that some people who have layovers and they don't have access to a phone feel so disoriented when they can't communicate something that may have gone wrong, or they're missing something, or they need to contact somebody. So we always say just be super aware of the banking and phone things. See, my summer brain. Okay, relocation tips. I always think it's good just to know that there are a ton of you, thousands and thousands of people that teach in international schools abroad. We have a huge amount of international teachers in Kuwait, both at ACA, but also in a bunch of the international schools. So it's great to find like-minded people that are going with you to kind of help kind of ease that transition. Knowing that the spoken language in Kuwait is Arabic. If you do not speak Arabic, of which I do not, you will be able to get by. There are the majority of people that do speak English and can help you, but always to know that Google Translate on your phone is a really great way to look up something that you may need. Looking at local rules and laws, there are a lot of differences between living in Kuwait and living in other countries, and so always just being aware of those certain things. Knowing that you probably can't bring a bacon sandwich with you as you travel from London to Kuwait would always be good to know. And if you're wearing a tank top as you are in Spain for your transfer, put on a sweater as you come into Kuwait, just certain things that are really great. This is selling and storing the stuff you don't need, not overly bringing things. And then getting involved and saying yes. This is going to be such a disorienting experience. So just being open to the adventure and knowing that we are here to welcome and greet you and kind of embrace the chaos in those first couple weeks. I think we were going through these before the meeting, and I think all of them are really true. So please, please, please invest in a universal adapter. Just one of those bricks is really important to have in your bag. Having a sweater that you can throw on, especially for women, over your shoulders is always something that is good to keep. Medication can be a little bit tricky as you travel internationally for any country, but it's really important that you disclose your medications if you're bringing them, and then also to know what medication you need. Knowing that, of course, we have private healthcare and insurance in Kuwait, but that transition time doesn't mean that you can necessarily, do that very day that you arrive. So just kind of making sure that you are prepared for yourself. Vitamins and supplements is me. I just always think it's good to bring the things that you rely on at home or things that you might not be able to find identically. And good footwear, because you're going to be walking and moving around a lot as a teacher. These are summer packing things that we thought, which is lightweight clothing, hat for sun, sunglasses and sunscreen. I will say that the heat will be so abrasive for the first couple of weeks that you're there. It will be absolutely mental, but in the best way if you like heat. It's just going to be just delightful. It will, though, cool down in about October, November. It becomes just beautiful and is probably stunning weather through maybe March. And I would definitely bring some winter packing things as well, because it does get chilly. Having a coat, having a fleece, having long sleeves, all of that is really important. And each of your housing accommodations will have a personal heater in there. There is not central heating. There is central AC, but you will have a space heater that you can use when it does get chilly. Okay, for your travel, I think the best thing you need to know is that we'll be on my U and ready to help during those travel days. So you can direct message Mohammed, you can direct message the HR officer, you can direct message someone with your question if there's an urgent answer that you need. But just ensuring that you know where you're headed and that you know your kind of travel times and your pathway. All of that, travel can be so disruptive these days. So please, please, please print Alice's email, print her itinerary, check in, make sure that you're ready to go, and know that we'll be there on the other side. If your flight does get delayed, know that we can also see that. That's something that we have access to. But would be great if you would send a message, or if something has changed, if you've gotten put on a different flight. It's always, always important for us to know that. Again, it's 3 a.m. or 3 p.m., we'll be at the airport. We will pick you up. Don't fear. We are used to the overnight pickups. But anything that happens kind of out of the norm is really, really important for us to know. And then know that you will get reimbursed 100 KD. This is not needing a receipt. This is extra baggage allowance that each individual is given. If you spend more than that, we don't reimburse you more than that. You only have that allotment there for extra baggage if you choose to carry it. And again, we recommend doing all of our carry-on essentials. And I'll do questions at the end. I'm almost done. No visa, no entry. This is really, really important. There are some countries that will allow you to come on a visit visa, but I want to stress right now, please do not arrive on a visit visa. Please go through the work visa process. Please ensure that you're coming on a visa. And for those that are able to get a visit visa or not able, we know that it's really important for you to keep HR informed of that process. So some may have dependents coming in on a visit visa. Some may have people they know on different visas. Please make sure that your HR officer and HR is informed of those things before that. Kuwait Airport, it has 3 specific terminals, 2 that we're kind of using for this specific arrival date. We know it. Each of them have a baggage claim. We'll be right outside of baggage claim with our signs and our flags for ACA, so you cannot miss us. But know that you always can get money exchanged at the airport, or you don't have to, and you can use your cards. I would say that you don't have to carry cash with you, but it's always accessible if you choose to go that route. Kuwait immigration can be, I think it's always pretty easy. I think that they're always very pleasant, but can be long. So just please brace yourself. Once you get off the flight, you still got a lot of steps to go through, which is first you'll go through passport control and passport control. And then you'll go into baggage and get all of your baggage. And then you will head through the exit. And knowing that in any airport, you know that once you've collected your bags and you leave, you cannot go back. So please make sure that you have everything with you. And please do not bring alcohol, pork, or drugs into the country. Drugs being non-prescriptive. Non-prescriptive? You know what I mean. You guys got it. Okay, I want to keep moving. Okay, pickups. This is a small picture. It's so cute though, because this is a huge bunch of our staff that we hired at a fair together, but you'll be greeted by the team. Again, they'll have signs. You cannot miss them. They'll always be at the Starbucks or the coffee shop. And I bet that you'll see maybe 1 or 2 people on your flight from ACA. You may not know who they are, but you guys will all kind of gravitate towards each other as you're like, who are all these people that don't know where to go? You're probably with ACA, and we'll be there. We have a bus for your luggage, so don't worry about luggage itself. We have plenty of space. It's not a taxi cab, and we'll take you directly to your accommodation, so directly to one of the housing buildings, directly into your apartment with the key. So we will go directly there, knowing that upon arrival to Kuwait, you get your SIM card, meaning that you need to make sure that one of 2 things happens. Number 1, can your phone be used in a foreign country? So if you're not familiar with that, you can go to wherever you got your phone and make sure that they can take this SIM card in your phone, and or get a phone that can produce another SIM card. I'm not great with the phone situation, but I do know that if your phone can do a SIM card, then I think it should be okay. Mohammed, did you want to say something to correct this?
No, I just wanted to add one thing. Just for anyone that is thinking of getting an eSIM, Just to please make sure that your phone is going to be fully updated because we did have some issues last year with people that wanted an eSIM, but their phone wouldn't accept it because it wasn't updated, so I had to take some time. So just to make sure that just before you arrive, make sure your phone is fully updated so that we can have you fully connected even before you leave the airport.
This is awesome. And I think this is the biggest thing that makes people feel like they're going to be okay in that moment is sometimes when you don't have a phone, you have no Wi-Fi, you feel really disoriented. So having a phone, and then when you go into housing, we will connect you to the Wi-Fi. There is Wi-Fi in everyone in all of our housing buildings. I think those two things really help you feel like this is gonna be fine. Like as long as I have internet, as long as I have my phone, I'm gonna be okay. Maybe that's just me. So I've exposed now my vulnerability, but I think it's really always good to just have this part of you kind of fixed, and our onboarding team is gonna be ready to help with that. And the last thing is just stay connected, please. We're ready and genuinely ready and prepared to answer any questions. And if you have something go wrong or are freaking out about something, please, please, please do not do it in silence. We are here to help. And always know that whoever you reach out to on MyU, whether it's Mohammed or one of the onboarding officers, if they can't answer your question, they will reach out to someone that can. So it's not always going to be that they're the font of all information and answers, but they're going to be really on deck for those days to help all of our new hires come into Kuwait. Okay, I didn't answer any questions during that, except I saw that Mohammed had his hand up. So I want to just say real briefly, is there anything I can answer from that, knowing that I will share that PowerPoint with you? That will be on MyU. Any questions you have? Adina.
Hi. So I was in Kuwait in February, and then I left to get my work visa stuff. So I do have a SIM already.
Perfect.
So
Then
yeah.
don't you worry about it. Don't worry. You don't have to take the SIM.
Okay.
Yep. Don't worry. Don't worry. But thank you.
Okay.
Hiba.
Hi, Dr. Claire.
Hi.
Just a quick question about the settling in allowance, because I've asked several people and then I keep getting a bit of like a different response. So I know when we arrive, you said there would be a 400 KD settling in allowance, but then some people are saying, oh, but the days you worked in August, like half the month you worked, you're going to get reimbursed for that in September. So I just want a little bit of clarity on that.
Well, do you want to answer this or should I?
Yeah, sure. So as per your offer letter, you get a total of 400 KD, which is 100 KD for excess luggage, 200 KD settling in allowance, and then 100 KD if you're coming in on a work visa. August is for onboarding and training. The quoted salary in your offer letter is divided by 12 months, which start on the 1st of September. So your first paycheck will be end of September. You'll get the 400 KD during onboarding, and then after that, you'll get paid end of September, hopefully through your Kuwait bank account.
Okay, and sorry, just one more question. Does that differ based on whether we're a local hire or not? Because I was supposed to travel, for example, to Canada, but because of the circumstances, I didn't really want to take the risks. So how would that differ if I'm already in Kuwait?
It depends on your contract. If you got an overseas contract, you
Got it.
get all of that. Yeah,
Great. Okay, thank you so much.
sure.
Alexis.
Yes, thank you. One thing that has been surprisingly difficult is getting like a copy of my high school diploma. I don't know why, but I have my bachelor's, I have my master's, but anyway, you put that specifically on the your PowerPoint there about having the high school diploma when you show up, but I remember asking and I was told I don't need it, and as long as I have it within a few months, because it could be weeks. I might not have it when I actually fly out. I've finally gotten it figured out, but I'm now a little concerned because I was told by email I'm okay without it, and then I saw it directly on your PowerPoint that high school diploma was specifically mentioned. So can you
I'll answer
clarify,
that.
please?
Hi, Alexis. So you can fly into Kuwait without it. However, we cannot finalize your civil ID here in Kuwait without that document.
But I can fly in without it. Okay. That's
Yes, but
my
it'll
biggest
delay your
concern
civil
right now.
ID. We can't start until we have it here in Kuwait.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Lisa?
Hello again. My question is related to the high school diploma as well. So in Ontario, Canada, they don't give you diplomas after a certain amount of time. So I've had my transcript, obviously, and I alerted the embassy. And so it's impossible to get. How's that going to land, basically?
I'm sorry, Lisa, do you have the transcript authenticated and a letter that states you're okay? Yeah, you're good.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, that's a
Thank
replacement
you.
for the high school diploma. You're okay. You're welcome.
Okay, super. Thanks a lot.
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to shift this over to Wala because we're moving into HR territory, but I'll be here just in case. But Wala, you're on. You're on for HR.
All right, let's go. Jad, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Ms. Wala.
Good evening.
I just want to say that I'm already in Kuwait, so I'm not an overseas employee. I'm here. Just one question about the salary of September. It will be just like overseas, or
It
in
says per your offer letter. Depends on the offer that you've received from us. Everyone
Oh,
gets paid the same time. We all
okay,
get paid
but
at the same time. Yeah.
yeah, I understand. But in August, it will be like half the month or for the month in the 1st of September
No,
to
no, you'll
September.
get paid your September salary end of September.
Oh, okay. And the August one, that we're not getting anything.
August is training and onboarding. Your
Oh, okay,
yearly
okay.
salary is, yes.
Okay, thank you. So last question about HR. Can I ask it
Yeah,
to you or to anyone else?
yeah, of
Okay,
course.
so I have a
And I would
little.
also like to announce that the team is here. So if you have questions, because we only have not a lot of time, send your message in the chat and my team will respond to you. But go ahead, please.
Okay, my issue is, I think, a little bit complicated because I'm already here in Kuwait, so I'm transferring my work visa from my old company to yours. So
Yes.
it might get a little time because here I signed like a 1 year contract. I came to Kuwait from Lebanon in November, and the 1 year didn't finish, but I got the opportunity to teach and to teach in ACA. So I will not, and I will not, يعني
When
wouldn't
does the year
November. So I will,
Okay.
I will do anything just to work for you guys and to teach. So I'm trying my best to escape from my old work just to get to you.
Don't
So it's
worry
gonna
about
need,
it, Jad. Whatever issue you're having, we've dealt with it
yeah,
before and we'll solve it. So don't worry.
yeah. Ms. Wala, yeah, and I understand you know a little bit of Kuwait, the Kuwait like issues. I want to, I don't know if you understand Arabic, to the الهيئة العاملة للقوى العاملة. I
Okay.
went today and I applied to a shakwa. So
Okay, Jad, ابعت لي
so
ايميل معناته please. Okay.
what's your email?
I'll put my email address in the chat, but just send me an email and we'll touch base about it. Don't worry.
Yeah, thank you so much. Sorry
Of
for
course.
interfering and for taking anyone's time. Just wanted
You're okay.
to let you know because I don't want to miss it for the word anything.
No,
And I
don't worry.
told,
We've dealt with this before multiple
yeah,
times.
yeah.
We've got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It means
course.
anything because I used to teach in Lebanon. So I came here between us just to teach. And I like sacrificed a few months of my career just to get an opportunity like this, and I got it. So I wouldn't
And we're
skip
glad
it
to
for the
have
work.
you. You're okay. You're okay. Don't worry.
Thank you so much.
Of
Your words are very comfortable or very comfortable to me. You know.
Thank
You're very
you,
easy
Jad.
to me. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone. Sorry for taking time. I am at work, so I have to leave. Sorry.
You're okay.
I waited just. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Can't wait to meet you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hey,
Can Ms. Wala, just if you may, you put your mail and I will send you tomorrow morning an email.
Yes, it's in the chat. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you. Hisham.
Hi, everyone. Hope you guys are doing okay.
Hi.
All right. So I do have like 3 questions. So I'm going to go through them with you if that's okay.
Yeah,
So I did see in your email in terms of booking flights that there's an option that we can book our own flights. Is that still available?
it's only if you've already booked your flight. We'd rather that you book it through Alice, just because if there's a delay or any issues, she can help you with it. So if
Okay.
you haven't booked your own
Okay.
ticket, please book it through Alice.
Okay, so I'll book my ticket through Alice, and is there like a time limit of when we should be okay, when we should be able to come in? Because I do know there's a 60-day period for doing the paperwork in Kuwait.
Did
Is
you
there
get
like
my
a
email about the flights?
Yeah, I did get your email about the flights, 15th and
Yeah.
16th of August. I'm planning to come in a bit earlier just to get myself settled in.
13 and 14, Hisham. 13 and 14.
Oh,
Yeah.
of August.
Yes.
Yeah, 13 and 14. I was thinking of coming in maybe around this week, if that is okay. Is that okay to?
No, we can't. We're not prepared for you guys to land yet. The onboarding
Okay.
team is not here yet. The apartments are not ready yet. And once you
So
come
I do
here,
have my own accommodation.
sorry?
I do have my own accommodation.
Okay, but once you enter on a work visa, the clock starts on processing,
Okay,
and
yeah.
we're not prepared for that yet. So we need you guys to land on those two specific dates.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yes.
sounds good. So that answers my first question. My second question is, in terms of documents that are needed for entering Kuwait, like I know there's a bunch of other documents that we need for the paperwork that we need over there for the facilities, but for entering Kuwait, because I don't want to be carrying all of these documents with me on the flight, can we specify what documents are actually needed?
Keep your educational documents in your carry-on. The ones that you need to carry
Okay.
in hand are your passport and work visa.
Okay. All right. Passport and work visa.
The rest of the documents can be in your carry-on. Do not put them in your luggage.
Okay, sounds good. And my third question would be in terms of if we're planning to do, I'm planning to have a driving license. Is that
Mhm.
possible within the first year? What's the process around that?
Yes, so teachers do have an exception to do the process after they get their
Okay.
civil ID. The process is explained in detail in something that we have that's called the HR booklet. And we do assist you as a school in getting it, but we usually tend to wait until we finish working on the civil IDs for all of our new hires, and then we can start helping
Okay.
you with that.
Okay. All right. Perfect. All right. That answers all my questions.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Anytime. Ayoko?
Oh, good evening, Ms. Walla. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I have a couple of questions as well. Regarding to the authenticated school documents,
Mhm.
I have my high school and bachelor's all authenticated. That's what initially I was asked that I was informed that I needed. But I also saw on there master's degree. I do have a master's degree, but it is not authenticated. Is that going to be an issue?
Was it listed in your offer letter?
I was what listed that I needed.
That MA, that you have an MA
Yes,
in
it is listed that I have
qualifications.
an MA, yes.
Okay, so that means that we applied for your ministry approval with your all of these documents. So you'll need it, but you can start the authentication process of that now. And again, that won't delay your arrival to Kuwait. We can help you have it mailed here to Kuwait after.
I should start the authentication process.
Yeah.
Second question, for my son, I'm coming with my son, and I have his school records, sorry, have been validated by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs here. Do those
Okay.
also need to be authenticated?
I am not sure about that. Oh, no,
No.
Claire's saying no.
No.
Phew,
No.
good. Okay. And lastly, I think Miss Claire touched on this, but I might have missed it. I just wanted to confirm. My flight arrives at 4:30 in the morning. Will
They'll be
someone-
there with
We'll
coffee.
be there. We'll be ready. We
Yeah.
got coffee.
Okay, all right. All right. Thank you so much. You guys are doing an awesome job. Thank you.
Thank
We're excited
you.
to meet you.
Okay, Sulaiman. Sulaiman?
Hello.
There he is. Hi.
Hi. Sorry about that.
No, you're okay.
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask, when someone did mention the high school diploma, I believe I did ask about this before, and I was told that it doesn't need to be notarized because I've notarized my degree, but now it's coming up in the slides. I'm thinking, do I actually have to notarize that as well as
Yes.
the degree I have?
Yes. Yeah, it's needed.
Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and get that notarized as well, and then we need to upload it notarized. I couldn't do that properly the first time. I just emailed it to the person who was checking the documents.
Yeah.
Mireille, I believe.
Murray, yeah.
Yeah, so I did email her about that as well. I sent her the copy of the notarized degree because I wasn't able to upload the notarized document onto the site for some reason. But okay, that's fine. I will go ahead and get that done. I think here when I did my degree, it took only about 4 days, I believe, to get it all notarized and done.
That's really good.
Yeah, so it didn't take too long.
Good,
Um,
glad.
I hope to God that it does take that long as well, again, for the high school
Just keep
diploma.
us updated and try and not stress about it. We still have a
Yeah.
month. We're good.
I hope so. It feels so close that it doesn't even feel like a month. It feels like a couple of days. Okay, great. I think I'm mostly done. I think that was the only thing that I was really confused about. But yeah, I'll go ahead and get that notarized. Thank you very much.
Of course. Hussein?
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Hi. Like a small quick question about the Lebanese people. Any updates
Unfortunately,
regarding the
no.
working visa?
Nothing.
So-
I checked again with the ministry today and there hasn't been any updates.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
Okay,
keep
great.
you guys posted. I'm literally checking with the ministry on a daily basis.
Okay. Till when? Like, is there any date?
Hussein, I wish I was the ministry. I'm telling you that now. I have no idea. All I can do is check for you guys on a daily basis and let you know the second I hear something.
Thank you. Have a
course.
nice day.
You too, Hussein. Jack.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi. Yes.
Hi. This is my first meeting here because I think I'm a relatively recent hire.
Yes,
But
you
I'm a
are.
little bit worried. I've got two questions. My first one is the amount of time that it's going to take for my documents. It has to travel through 2 different countries, and I have to get it authenticated in the second country. It's going to take, we're looking at 4 to 6 weeks, and there's a civil service holiday that I have to contend with as well in the middle of that. And it's
Let me answer that question for you because we have a good group of new hires who just signed with us this week. So
okay, brilliant.
For now, you guys start the process. What we do beginning of August is Dr. Claire, Dr. Mary, and I will have a meeting to review the late hires and their status and their work visa. And then depending on your assignment and the school need, and I'll say that as an exception, that is not for the rest of you who've been hired for a while now, who should come on a work visa. We make exceptions to certain situations and cases for people to continue the authentication process while they fly in on a visit visa. Again, case by case, depending on the exception and approval of the heads of schools, Dr. Claire and Dr. Mary. So don't worry, this won't affect your employment with ACA and won't harm you in any way. So start the process, keep us updated, and then we'll reach out to you with a plan beginning of August.
Okay. Should I book my flights?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the nice thing about booking it with a travel agent that works for us. She can change the date, she can postpone it, change it, whatever. You'll be okay.
Okay. Because it wouldn't be ideal to miss the onboarding, but it's just, it might happen. That's all.
Yes.
Just to say that right now, we'll also do onboarding late on onboarding for those that do arrive late. So know that it won't be like the full, experience, but it'll be about 93% of it. So we promise to still set you up for success.
Okay. Can I ask another question? Sorry.
Yes, of course.
There is an extra medical to be done in Kuwait, I keep hearing.
Yes.
What's the process there, and what's the difference between the one I'm getting authenticated now?
So the medicals that you're doing right now are for the Kuwait embassy to approve your work visa. And then you come to Kuwait and we usually arrange for everything. We cover all the costs for all the processes done here in Kuwait. And you're usually accompanied by a school representative. You go and you do a blood work and a chest x-ray, and that's to approve your civil ID here in Kuwait. It's a
Okay.
one-day process.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
I'm done.
You good?
Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Send me an email. I know it's very stressful for the group that we just recently hired. Send me an email anytime you have any question. Okay. Emerson.
Hi, Ms. Willa. Hi, Dr. Claire. Hi, everyone
Hi.
else as well. Jack, you kind of hit the nail on the head for the question that I had, because I'm also one of the new hires and I'm jumping between two institutions within two countries, one of which is Italy, which means they're not effective at all. So it's kind of sending things here and there, and it's just this big blob. So you've kind of taken that question from me. I guess another question I have is, because I'm kind of running around with all these authentications, the apostling, etc. Is this something that, and it's just curiosity, wasn't an expectation, is this something that is in part reimbursed or whatnot as these fees like begin to go up into the thousands, right, in terms of just running around and getting these documents? Or is it something that we incur ourselves just out of curiosity?
Okay, so we don't fully reimburse the amount. We do have a small portion of this Schlingen allowance that's specified for reimbursement, for work visa reimbursements. So again, 100 KD for work visa, 100 KD for excess luggage, and then 200 KD settling in allowance. And we're aware that it doesn't cover the full amount for certain countries.
Can I move those around, right? So I take like a small bag and I put the rest of like the move-in stuff towards like my apostling cost, or is it
Do a
pretty
movie
explicit
move and
within?
just wear all of your clothes.
Worse, yeah, it could be worse, right? All right. Thank you. I don't know if there's anything else. Yeah, I'm probably also going to be arriving in late August, but it sounds like that's already kind of been addressed. So I'll keep an eye out, send emails, and I'll keep you updated. So thank you.
Okay, sounds good. Of course. Okay, Alexis. Oh, no, sorry, Leticia.
Hi everyone. I
Hi.
have a question regarding to the work visa because I got the ticket, but I still don't get the visa, and to legalize the documents, I have to travel to Argentina.
Yes,
So-
I know, I'm aware. I was talking to Maria about your visa today, and we're pushing to have it issued hopefully in the next few days. Just be a little bit more patient with us.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Of course. Alexis?
Yeah, thank you. My question is about, again, on, I think Sonia put it in the chat about having your documents reviewed and they're still in the reviewed stage on SchoolSpot. My concern is only really the medical check, because I'm in Thailand.
Okay.
So it's already like a double translation
Yeah.
thing that I'm trying to do. So I really want to make sure that's correct, because there's only so much time you have to book the doctor's appointments and all that stuff. So can we
Okay,
get
I'll
that
ask
checked,
my team
or-
to review that for you first thing in the morning tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Of course. Okay, let me see if I can say this right. EST. Did I get it right?
It's close. It's fine. Thank you.
No, please tell me how to say your name.
ESD.
EST.
Yes. It was very close. My question is, will we stay in the same apartment for 2 years?
Yes and no. Yes, unless you put in a request to move somewhere else and it gets approved. There's a whole process that rolls out towards the end of the school year for anyone who wants
Okay.
to move. Yeah.
Are we allowed visitors?
Yes, but there are certain conditions like I can't remember the rules of the
Yeah.
housing.
We just don't allow people to stay overnight in staff housing.
Okay. And do we need to physically bring copies of our passport photos?
Yes, I would suggest making copies, but we usually have copy machines provided during onboarding day, but our onboarding day will have a lot of people, so we suggest you make copies beforehand, just to make the process easier.
Okay, I meant to specify like pictures. Do we need passport size pictures as well
Yes.
or no?
Yes.
Okay.
With the blue
In what
background.
color?
Blue
White?
background.
I'm sorry. Thank you, blue background. How many well, I guess it doesn't matter. Like at least 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you need the white background for the embassy.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
blue and
Blue
white.
for Kuwait, white for embassy.
Okay. And then the allowance that you stated, that's going to be in August once we arrive. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes. During onboarding.
During onboarding. Okay. And that was it. I was trying to be fast with my questions.
Easy, girl. Okay.
Yes.
Next.
Thank you.
Of course. Mohsen? You're muted. Mohsen, you're muted. Okay. Mohsen, I'll move to the next person until you figure out your mic. Camry.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Can you confirm what documents need to be authenticated? From my understanding, it's for me, my highest is the bachelor's degree. So bachelor's degree and transcript, high school diploma and transcript, and the FBI check. Is that it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. That was it.
You're welcome.
Did you miss Fred?
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I've been
being patient.
working for the past 11 hours. Sorry.
Not a problem. Just a quick question on your dependents, also going to Kuwait. So, in the email that was sent out regarding the travel arrangements, they mentioned that some of the new hirees, their dependents can travel with them, but as I understand, others can't. So, am I right to say in my situation, I first have to go to Kuwait, wait for my civil ID, and then my dependents can come over?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes. And that's why I sent the link in the email where you can check if their passport is one of the passports that are allowed a visit visa upon arrival. If they're not, you'll need to wait until your civil ID is issued here in Kuwait, and then you can apply for a family visa for them.
Okay.
Again, we help with the process.
Yeah, thanks. And then how long is that family visa?
So it depends if you want them to live with you here permanently or just come for a visit. So you can apply
No,
for.
live permanently.
Okay, so it's kind of similar to a work visa, but it's called a family visa, where you issue the visa for them. They use it to enter the country. There are certain conditions, also all laid out in the HR booklet and school spot, and then that turns into a civil ID similar to the one we're gonna get you. That is valid for a year, and then it's an easy renewal process after that.
Okay, so valid for a year and then renewal. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. That was all.
Sure, of course. Weston, can you hear me now? Or can I hear you now? I'm not sure. Try talking. Nope, still not working. Try logging out, removing your headphones and using just the normal laptop, and then log back in.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, see?
Okay.
I did not think I was tech-savvy.
Okay.
I am.
Finally, I have a few questions, but before I start, I would like to welcoming you all. My first question is about what Dr. Claire has mentioned about not handling the phones during the travel. I don't know, yes, or the updation of the cell phones. I misunderstood this really. What do you mean by the try to make sure that your phone is updated? I don't understand.
Just the
Should
general
I
update
change
for
it
your
or
iPhone.
how
The
would I
general
know?
update from settings.
Settings?
general, and then look for updates.
Okay, another question is about the way of traveling or moving out from my country to Kuwait. Is it you know the way I am from Yemen? We have different ways directly from Yemen by airplanes to Kuwait, or I have to go to Oman.
It depends because your contract is a local contract, so you're gonna have to make your own travel arrangements.
Are you going to inform me about that?
If you need any help, just send me an email and I'll direct you.
Okay, thank you so much. Another question
Sure.
about the work visa. Is it fully funded, or I have to pay first, or I don't know?
We issue the work visa here for you and send it to you there, and then the process there, you're gonna have to cover the cost for it.
I have to pay it first?
Yes, because your situation is different, Mohsen. Please send me an email and I'll lay out all the details in an email for you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Anytime. Lisa.
Hello again. My question's about the passport photos. I kind of missed some of it. Did I understand you need 5 photos?
It depends on what you can get. Like 2 or 3 is enough, but we always ask for extra just in case you need them.
Okay. And would they be the size of my country's passport photos, or are they 2 by 2 as School Spot says?
The size of passport photos.
Okay,
oh, no,
great.
hold on. Follow the size on School Spot. That's the correct one.
Sure. So 2 by 2, that's great. And
Yes.
I understand one of those 3 should be blue background.
So blue background is needed for your process here in Kuwait. The white background is just for the embassy process in your country.
Okay, sure. So I should have those in my carry-on when I arrive, correct?
Yes, with the rest of your documents. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay,
You're
bye-bye.
welcome. Bye. Ayoko.
Can I say just one thing before you go? We're at 5 o'clock, or we're at the hour mark. So if you don't have a question, you don't have to stay for the remainder of the meeting, because it will just be the HR Q&A. But we will continue to answer the hands that are up. But just wanted to let you all know so you felt like your time was respected. And please check on Mayu, because we will put this video there and we can answer any more questions there too. But sorry, you can continue.
Ayoko.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
A couple more questions. I wanted to jump on what Ms. Claire, you said about visitors. Just wanted to clarify, when you said no overnight visitors, that's excluding family members, right? Like if I have my mom coming or my daughter coming, they can stay with me.
Yes. So we're mainly talking about the opposite sex when we're talking, Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks for clarifying.
Sure.
Also, do I need to bring my laptop, or does the school provide one?
School provides you with laptop.
Right.
It's
And
up to you if you want to bring your personal laptop with you.
that we will have one provided like as of 16th of August?
During onboarding day.
We can take it, keep it at home with us?
Yes.
And I noticed, I got the email about the child protection training. When does that need to be completed by?
Start of school, like end of onboarding, even like September 1st.
Okay, so I have a little time.
You have some time.
Last question. With regards to food, with the exception of the things that you listed that is forbidden to bring, are we allowed to bring other foods?
Absolutely. Except like fruit and seeds, which I don't think you can travel internationally with. I bring like a bunch of power bars. I bring a bunch of stuff like that. Absolutely.
Spices as well.
Just a side comment, it depends on your country, because I've traveled to Thailand and I brought a bunch of fruit here with me.
Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. You're going to get that dog at the airport that sits in front of you, and then it's going to be embarrassing.
That is it okay, like dried
Definitely bring spices. Like I've brought a bunch of spices before. Love it. Love it. Brings things that you wouldn't be able to get. Like if you have like a mix too of something, definitely.
Awesome. Thank you. You guys
They
are
have
awesome.
everything here, honestly.
They do. They do.
They
And
do. They have everything you can think
of
of.
all brands. Yep.
They have African foods there?
Yeah.
Yes, they do. But you can ask ChatGPT. You could ask like where, like if you can find it. There's a bunch of different grocers. But check.
Okay, Huda. Huda. Okay, moving to Salman.
Good afternoon, Dr. Claire and Walla. Can you guys hear me?
Hi. Yes.
Hi. My question was more of a follow-up to what Lisa asked regarding the passport photos. Here in Toronto, like every government accredited company that takes passport photos for us, they only have white background available. I was wondering if it's possible to come to Kuwait when I land and get the blue background photos there, since it is a local requirement.
I was going to say, well, I was going to absolutely hate this, but
No, you're
we can do a bus that is, I mean, they're really, really cheap to get in Kuwait, super, super cheap. And we
Yeah.
can do a bus of just new hires going to get their blue photos if they need them. And don't feel like you have to like travel hours to find these photos, because that caused me panic too. And it's super easy to do in Kuwait, super quick, like does it on the spot.
As
Oh, that's
long as
perfect.
you
That's
do
great to
it
hear.
soon and like fast, because again, we cannot start your process without that as well.
We could do it day one, even after a long day of onboarding. We'll have a bus. Mohammed can drive this bus. We'll go right there, take your pictures, and then go. And it'll just be like one extra task, but don't worry about it.
Oh, that's perfect. That's great to hear. Thank you, Dr. Claire.
Okay. Huda, are you back? Back?
Yes, can you hear me, guys?
Yes. Hi.
Hi. Well, I don't know, something was wrong with my phone.
You're okay.
But so I feel like I'm overwhelmed. I have so much stuff that I need to do.
Take a deep
would you be
breath and
able
ask
to,
me your questions. You're okay.
I'm literally having a panic attack now because there's a lot going on.
Don't. You're
So,
gonna be okay. We got you. You're okay.
okay, so would you be able to send me like an email, like literally step by step, all the things that I need to be done?
Yes, I can. How about this?
Okay.
I'll send a detailed email tomorrow to all the new hires, explaining like with a checklist to make sure that you have
Okay.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a new hire. I'm literally I came in late to the game. So
I know. You
and
can
there's
It's great to see you.
oh
We
oh
hired
hi.
Huda like
thank
last
you.
week, so
Okay, hi, thank you, Stephanie. So so my kids are coming with me, and I have a newborn. I mean, she's technically, I mean, she's almost a year, but do you guys have a daycare inside the school?
No, we do not have a daycare inside the school. Most families that come with babies around your baby's age, they usually hire a nanny that takes care of the baby. But reach out to onboarding, and I'm sure they'll connect you with other families here in Kuwait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one. The second question is, so when I'm getting all my documents, like as far as like what is it called, the degrees. So high school one, I can obtain it. I can just try to do something to get that one. Because it has been 10 years already. For that one, does it need to be like notarized, or the stamp from the school would do it?
Stamp from the school, notarization, depends on the country. Which country are you from again?
I'm in the US.
Okay, so notarization, and then on the state level, and then Kuwait embassy. I'll send you, how about this? Shoot me, and because I have the memory of a fish nowadays, please send me an email and I'll send you the state's process individually.
Okay, sounds good. And for the medical report, do I have to do a medical here and another medical in Kuwait, or the one in
Yes.
here would do it? Okay.
Yes, but again, you don't have to worry about the medical in Kuwait. We take care of everything with that one.
All right, sounds good. I have a lot of questions, so I'm gonna just shoot you
You're
an
okay.
email because I can go on and on.
You're okay. Just send me an email. I'll get back to you first thing in the morning tomorrow.
Got it. Thank you.
Anytime. Peter. You're muted, Peter.
Hi, sorry, I had my hand up for a while. Yeah, I didn't know if you guys could see me. Okay, so
You're okay.
I just want to ask. So when we arrive, I arrive. I'm scheduled to arrive from South Africa to Dubai, to Kuwait on the 14th. Do we have medical insurance as soon as we arrive, or is that a process that we have to
Our school medical insurance kicks in on the 15th of August. All of our new hires, my lovely Malak has added all of you to our insurance list, and it goes into effect on the 15th of August. We're chasing after the finance department to make sure that you get your insurance cards during onboarding day on the 16th.
Okay, that's like a day without insurance. That should be okay. Just be safe for one day. Okay.
Please.
And then yes, yeah, for sure. And then yeah, the questions were answered. I got 4 blue 40 mils by 60 mil photos done yesterday, as per Sarah's email. 4 blue photos. Is that it? We didn't need any photos for the embassy in South Africa, so.
It depends on your embassy. Certain Kuwait embassies require the white background photo, but if they didn't ask for it, you're okay.
Yeah, in South Africa they didn't ask for that. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
you're
great.
good.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks.
You're welcome. Hiba?
Sorry, I had a question for Dr. Claire. Dr. Claire, for the onboarding, I believe you said it was from 7 to 3 p.m., right? Just like a regular workday.
Can you say that one more time? Because you broke up for me. I don't know if that was just me. Sorry.
Sorry, the electricity's off in my area in Kuwait, and it's so dark here.
Don't
and I
worry,
think the
I'm
Wi-Fi's
sorry.
acting up.
You said it
Sorry, guys,
is-
onboarding people. Sorry.
Don't
Bad
worry.
news. I was saying, is the onboarding the timing? Is it from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. like a regular workday?
Yeah, good question. Yes, it is. I'm trying to think of the exact timing because I know buses pick up a little bit earlier, but I think we don't have buses picking up before 7 because I think we have breakfast starting at 8. So yes, and then we'll be done definitely by 3 each day, unless we do
Okay.
this post work photo busing hour, which would be fun.
Okay, and will we be getting like the day before or something, like an onboarding itinerary kind of thing?
Yep. So in your apartment, we'll definitely have the schedule for the week so that you have something to look at. But I'll have Mohammed post it a little bit earlier. We're not quite done with it yet, but we're almost there. So we should have it certainly done by the first week of August, and we can post it so you guys have like an idea of what you're looking at.
Great. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, and then I want to say, sorry, because we have 1 week of onboarding with new hires only, and leadership are there, principals and team leads. The next week is when all staff come back. So you guys do have kind of a longer runway than other teachers. And we have some cultural activities and stuff planned, kind of like optional field trips that you can go on just to see Kuwait a little bit, see the Grand Mosque, see the souk, see some different things. So we'll have that on the schedule too, so you can kind of see, like, it is a little bit overwhelming, but hopefully it's exciting for you to see.
Great. Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Jack? Jack, do you have any questions?
I think he's frozen.
Yeah. Okay, we'll move to Camry.
Hi again.
Hi.
My question is also about the passport photos. From my understanding, at least where I am, it's not usually printed on a 2x2 size paper, and instead it must be cut to that size. Is that a super strict size? Like if it's a little off, would that be okay?
I think right now, Meta, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we scanned them online right now, so we can adjust them.
Okay, but for example, I have my physical ones, but they had to be cut to that size. If it's not an exact 2x2, but maybe it's like 2.1 by 2.1, would that be okay?
We'll figure it out. Don't worry. And if there's an
Okay.
issue with it, yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Okay. And then secondly, this is not a question, more of a comment. For someone previously asked a question about their high school diploma in the US. I ordered mine from Parchment. It's like a website you can get all of your degrees and diplomas from. So you could use that to order that. Just to put that out there.
That's very helpful. Thank you. Could you send me an email with the name of that thing so I can add it?
Yes. Yes, I can.
I appreciate you. Okay. Jack, are you back?
Hello?
Hi.
Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yes,
I had
you're
one more
okay.
question. My wife got employed through a local contract.
Yes.
This is Jenna. But would she be flying out with me, even though my documents might take some more time?
Hi, Jenna. So for both of you are doing the process right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so again, it depends on that August phase, but
Okay.
because she's covered, so her ticket will be booked through you through our travel agent.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we'll figure it out depending on your process.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay,
you're
I saw Jack come out as Jenna, and then I was like, is that who I saw was Jack? Because I've never seen you, and I think, no, I don't want to say it, because maybe it's not Jack. Maybe it just is like I didn't see. But
Just
sorry,
my
welcome.
doppelganger.
Yeah.
Here you go.
All right. You guys, I'm really sorry, but like I really have been working for the past 12 hours. If you have any further questions, just shoot me an email and I'll promise I'll get back to all of you tomorrow morning.
Thank you so much, everybody. So we will conclude the meeting now, but please note you can reach your HR officer on MyU. And also note that you can see the housing tour. I'm seeing a bunch of people talk about housing. There is an awesome housing tour video on MyU. So you can see the furniture, you can see what the apartment looks like, you can get like a good idea of the layout. But definitely send Ms. Wella or her team an email and or reach out on MyU and we'll get your questions answered. Otherwise, thank you so much, everybody. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. See you guys all soon. Bye-bye.
See you soon. We're excited.
Bye. Have a good rest.
Bye.
Thank you all.
Shukran. Bye bye.